us is Press Secretary, Miss Bertha Butts. Miss Butts! Thank you. One more thing. Press, I just need, please, hold all questions for Miss Butts until she's finished. Please, just calm down. Calm down. A moment, please. Madam Butts.
Again, you know, the pictures, come on. Be clear over that. Okay, as Miss Holding said, I am Miss Garza's press secretary. Now, I've known Miss Garza for a lot of years, but I just had the opportunity to sit down and have a rare interview with her. And I found out a lot of things that were very disturbing. After 23 years and many shows together and breakfasts and all that, I never knew this about her. But I'm going to share it with you, and please don't let it leave this room. And again, press, I thank you for being here, but I ask that you hold all your questions till I've made my statement. Okay. I found out that Margie started 23 years ago last Friday. And she started in data, and she worked 12 to 4, which, man, couldn't ask for better hours. And at that time, Denise Facundo and Lauren were the leads in data at the time, and they just kept throwing her work, and so she decided that she liked having work thrown at her, so she decided to stay. And another interesting thing for all of us who were, you know, around in 1987, and there was a lot of us that went through a temp service. Margie did not go through a temp service; she was hired off the street. So. I did not say street corner. I said that's another conversation. Okay, and so she was in data for a couple years, and then she went into ARs. And what was interesting is she interviewed for AR because she was told she wasn't going to get the job. Now, why would you interview for something that you're told you're not going to get the job anyway? But lo and behold, and let me step back, the reason she wasn't going to get it because she wasn't in the position long enough. That's another story. I know. So anyway, she did get the job, and she went into ARs. Now, another interesting thing is that actually, this is going to be the third time that Margie's actually going to take this step to leave us, and I'm not really for sure if she's really taken this step to leave us. For those of us who have been here a while, we've actually, we still that have been here ever since back in the early 90s, we have a spot on the plane. Yeah. Well, back then, when we had a gentleman from corporate come out and tell us that we either had a spot on the plane or we didn't have a spot on the plane, and he tried to make it sound, you know, that it was okay if we didn't. Margie didn't have a spot on the plane. She did not have a seat. Matter of fact, she was even given a going-away party. I think, you know, this is kind of maybe fishy because we don't really know. But anyway, for us who've been here a long time, there was an employee named Judy Myers who had a seat on the plane, and she decided that she wanted to give up her seat. So Margie got her seat on the plane at the time. She even got going-away gifts.
Yeah.
So, no.
I still have them. You guys want them?
She asked if she should give her gifts up at that time, and they said no, keep them. And then during our second downsize, for those who've been here for the second one, she had already signed her papers. And Deanna Cardoza, for us who remember Deanna, decided that she was going to give her spot up on the plane, and she wanted to go to law school. So Margie got her seat back. It's not going to happen this time. So anyway, I've had the opportunity to know Margie for 23 years and to be her press secretary for 23 years. And like I said, some of these things were very shocking. Oh, another thing, she worked at Cigna, and I didn't know that. And she hated it. So that's why when she came here, you know.
Cry in the parking lot.
And here she just cries back. So that's my little spiel for Margie today. Now I'm going to open it up for
Mrs. Butts, here. Mrs. Butts.
You need to settle down.
Crack reporter, Dan Google search from the Quality Gazette. We ask the tough questions. Is it true that now that you're going to be retired, that you will be spending all your free time with your 21-year-old Swedish ski instructor, Smorgasbord? We have pictures. Oh, come on.
Are you sure it's me?
You want to answer that question. You know you can plead the fifth.
No comment. You answer it, or I'll plead the fifth. My husband's here.
Does he have a 21-year-old I'm sorry, whatever your name is. We're not going to answer that question today. If you would like to have a private interview with Miss Garza, we can answer that later. Thank you anyway. Anyone else?
Yes. I'm John Luke Van Stevenson from the Risque Reseller. Miss Press Secretary Butts, can you confirm the allegations that Mrs. Garcia is faking this retirement just to have a potluck in her honor? She was seen not carrying a lunch when she came in the store.
To answer that, we'll have to wait till after the potluck. Please hold that question, and we will answer that after the potluck. Miss Debbie Downer?
Hi, I'm Debbie Downer. I did my laundry today, and a red sock turned my whites pink. Oh, poor thing. Who am I going to share my special days with now? Glad Leon didn't show up. Leon. You know, that storm that's devastating the East.
Well, we're glad.
You know, they never caught that anthrax guy.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. You're from the National Enquirer. Who are you?
Ivana.
Oh.
My name is Ivana, and I'm from the National Enquirer. And inquiring minds want to know. You don't need to cry. You could come back as a temp.
I can answer that question for you. That was one of my interview questions to Ms. Garza yesterday. And I said, I will quote, would you ever come back to work at UPS? And she was very candid. No. So I can answer that. Anyone else? Sir, 00.
In reference to the last question, you were seen at Big Five buying a new pair of skis and a new ski outfit. Can you confirm that? Miss Butts, if that's your real name.
Miss Garza wanted me to relay to you that she has a smile on her face, so what more can she say? Anyone else? Yes.
Miss Press Secretary Butts, we have new information from a source that wishes to go by the alias Smartha Brews that in 1982 at Cambridge Filters, Mrs. Garza withheld information from management that Martha Bruce and her sister worked together, which was against strict company policy.
I do. That actually was settled out of court. So yes, that was all taken care of, and we're not going to hold. We're not going to hold that against anyone else. I have time for maybe one more question. Debbie Downer, you got any more downs for us?
Well, since the restraining order, our people, I don't have anybody to talk to in my car. Who will I talk to?
Do you have another question, Ivana?
National Enquirer has got a lot of information today, so I think I could write a wonderful article. Just make sure you see it on newsstands, you buy one. Buy a copy.
Thank you all. Thank you all for that. Does anyone else have anything to say? Open it up? No? Okay, so what we're going to do is, Margie's had, over the 23 years that she's been with UPS, she's had a lot of different, I say, looks and hairdos. So we're
Shame.
we're actually going to show a video tribute to
Oh my God.
Is it, Reba, are you queuing or just go through
No,
it?
just go through it.
Just click. No? Showing? That's what he's done with.
The green weenies. The green weenies.
They are.
Back in the day.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Rita, our friend.
Yeah. Rita.
Joanna. Sheila.
Sheila.
Margie, Sheila, Joanna, Rita, and I don't know who the one. Was it Carmoli?
It's Dixie. Is that Molly?
Dixie.
Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce.
Wow.
That's a blast from the past.